is Yuki Tsunoda? Now Red Bull Academy prospect racing for Racing Bulls, that's Red Bull's second and junior team. Update. He is now a Red Bull racing driver and pretty funny person who loves cooking. When he was asked what his biggest dream is, unlike other drivers, he responded kinda uniquely.
Formula 1 world champion.
Formula 1 world champion.
To be a world champion.
World champion.
World champion.
I opened a restaurant. my restaurant. Yeah.
But who is this very angry beast from the country of Sakuras? Yuki started karting in 2010 when he was 9 years old. Yes, he was born in 2000 and he was good. So good that in 2016 he joined Japanese F4 backed by Honda, where he claimed podium in his first race, and after 2 years in Japanese F4 he brought home a title. In 2019, when Honda and Red Bull joined forces, Yuki also became a Red Bull's junior driver and started racing in FIA F3 Championship and Euroformula Open, where he finished 4th overall. His way up. In 2020 he was announced as a driver in F2 with the support of Honda and Red Bull, but his start was postponed due to pandemic. Before F2 season started, he partnered Liam Lawson in 2020 Toyota Racing Series, and he finished 4th behind the now famous Franco Colapinto. In F2, Tsunoda showed raw pace early on, but his season wasn't without challenges. He faced reliability issues and a bit of inconsistency in the first few rounds. But after his win in Silverstone Sprint, he continued to impress, taking a dominant race victory in Spa and another commanding win in Shakir, where he controlled the race from pole position. One of his biggest strengths was his qualifying speed, securing 4 pole positions, the most of any driver that season. He finished the year with 3 wins, 7 podiums and 4 fastest laps, ultimately securing 3rd place in the championship with 200 points. After this performance in his first season, Red Bull and Honda promoted him to Red Bull's junior team, then called AlphaTauri, to partner Pierre Gasly in 2021. Okay, that was the boring stuff. Now, rivalry with Liam Lawson. Tsunoda's and Lawson's rivalry dates back to the junior Formula days, where both were part of the Red Bull junior team, constantly battling for recognition. While Yuki claimed the ranks through Japanese F4, FIA F3 and F2, Lawson followed a similar path, racing against Tsunoda in FIA F3 in 2019 and later making a name for himself in F2 in 2021, after Yuki was already in F1. Though they never directly fought for a title, their competitive nature often put them in comparison within Red Bull system. The tension peaked in 2023 when Lawson replaced the injured Daniel Ricciardo at AlphaTauri, now Racing Bulls, and impressed immediately, scoring points in Singapore and outperforming Tsunoda on multiple occasions, but not by much. Many believed this could threaten Yuki's seat for 2024, but at the end, Red Bull chose to retain Tsunoda, leaving Lawson as the reserve driver. Despite their on-track rivalry, they shared a friendly off-track dynamic, often poking fun at each other in interviews and media appearances, making their competition both insane and entertaining.
I'm out of the session now as well, and I see him in the elevator that night. I remember the elevator doors opening the first time I seen him, and he's standing there. We'd found this iPhone game earlier in the week called Flick Tennis, and we'd been playing each other all week on this tennis game on our iPhones, and I looked at him like, and he smiled at me, and I knew straight away that he knew exactly what he had done. And we didn't say anything, he looked at me, and he just goes, "Flick tennis?"
Lawson loves to make enemies on his way. Unlike Yuki, who is pretty chilled off track and most people likes him or doesn't have a big problem with him. Yuki was quite explosive in the team radio, using very colorful language. Although he was sometimes in the right when the Italian team ruined his strategy, he sometimes didn't work enough on his physique, was aggressive while driving, and after Pierre left, he wanted to beat every teammate he had. Despite this, he has worked hard on improving in communication and discipline. His physical fitness was also an early concern, promoting Red Bull to relocate him to Italy to train more rigorously with AlphaTauri. Over the years, he had matured as a driver, showed consistency and strong racecraft, especially in 2023 and 24 seasons, where he frequently outperformed his more experienced teammates. In 2025, when Red Bull replaced Checo after almost 2 years of terrible performances in 2023 and 2024, they had options to promote Yuki or Liam. Yuki was much more experienced, but since he has strong connections to Honda, which is separating paths with Red Bull, they didn't see Yuki as a future of the team. Liam was seen as better, more risky option, but with hope he will learn from Max and lead the team after Max leaves. And the second option they have chosen. After 2 races when Liam wasn't able to make it out of Q1 and struggled massively with Red Bull's car, they made an unheard and surprising switch just after 2 race weekends and replaced Liam with none other than Yuki Tsunoda himself for his home race at Suzuka. We all hope Yuki will be doing great and Red Bull is finally happy with its driver lineup. And my prediction for Yuki for Japanese Grand Prix is that he will make it to the Q3 and he will score points on his debut in Red Bull, which will be just enough for Red Bull to keep him for the rest of the season.